Welcome. This is Barry Jones from Angelic Wisdom, and we're here for our monthly Angelscope for the sign of Virgo for the month of October 2023. So, as we begin, I'd like to thank everyone who's returning to this monthly series and to also welcome anyone who's new to our Angelic Wisdom community. Just a few reminders. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, that you select the all notification bell, subscribe, like, dislike, and leave comments. Also, if you'd like to get an angel reading with me, you can go to my current website, theangelschool.com/services. That link you can find it in the description area below this video, as all the others I will mention. If you'd like to just donate to my channel, you can go to my PayPal me Angelic Wisdom link, and any amount that you feel guided to offer will be greatly appreciated. Also, the general monthly reading I posted a week ago, so if you haven't seen it yet, please make sure you go and check that out. That will be the first link that you will see below. And for the format of this reading, the card underneath the middle card is an Archangel Oracle card, and it will represent the Archangel that is working with you in this month. And the cards on either side represent a message from your guardian angels. So the left card is from the Major Arcana. It represents the bigger themes, energies, and influences that are shaping things behind the scene. It's the unconscious information that's very powerfully influencing what you see in the Major Arcana card. I'm sorry, the Minor Arcana card, which sort of shows more day-to-day depictions that are more conscious. So themes that are conscious in our awareness. And so this gives us an idea of what that lesson is, the Major Arcana lesson is, and how it's shaping things and how we need to work with it. So let's take a moment now to take a deep breath and just relax and call in your guardian angel and your angelic team. And what I'm seeing is someone who is sitting sort of like on a balcony, but this is before balconies as we know them are made. It feels like this person is sitting inside a cave opening at the top of a cliff, but somehow there's a couch. So it's very natural, it's very cozy, it's safe, and they're just looking out on the horizon of nature as far as they can see and really tuning in. There's a sense of incredible instincts and clairsentience where they can feel and perceive from miles and miles away. They just wrote the energy of a magus or magus. I don't know which way you say that. But someone who has extraordinary magical powers, and how that might translate right now, I can't think of it, but it's that you have a ability to really create what you want. It gives me a sense that you know how to work with the tools that are around you, the things that you've brought into your life, or the skills or the training that you've had, or life experiences and skills you gain through life experiences. You really embody every sort of role or job or skill or training that you've ever taken on. You embody it. You are very bright, and that you're as the card says, a sort of a perfectionist, but it also makes you someone who is just very clever at picking up things. And so this makes you sort of magical because you can see something and then you can just produce it. And so there is this feeling right now of, this cave gives me a sense of protection, right? Um, and they write the word faithful. So you're not intimidated by the world, but you do sometimes need to withdraw, right, from the world. You need time to yourself because when you're out there, you really plug in. And so this cave indicates that you need uh, sort of a home that's kind of your personal and private space, or you need a space within your home, or your home needs to be very like sacred space, like something that feels protected from the outside world, so that you can find that balance. So you can just turn it off, tune out the outside world when you come home, and just really tune into yourself. It's like it's your battery to regenerate yourself. And so this is very important about you having sort of this balanced lifestyle, that leave you leave whatever is going on out there, so that you can be present in your home, so you can enjoy your home. And get a sense of looking forward to being in your space. And you need to make sure that your space really honors everything about you, just celebrates who you are in every way, shape, and form, so that when you come home, it's off. You just automatically turn it all off. But if it's not really set up this way, then you're going to be critical. And then your mind is just going to keep spinning, because you're a perfectionist, you're a fixer, you like to solve puzzles, and you're good at solving puzzles. You can look at anything, solve it. So it's hard for your mind to turn off in that regard. So this place needs, as they're showing me, a really thick tree that's so tall that we can see it, right, from this ledge, that you need, and it's sort of mushroom shaped. And so that gives me another symbol. But when I first saw it, it's about you just need this spiritual connection. Your home is your spiritual connection. And for me, abundance of powerful manifestations. So that when you're in this place, is where you do your magic, is where it comes together. Okay? When you focus on your life in specific ways. And when you think about a project you're going to start and what you want to accomplish, etc. All right, let's take a look at the archangel that you're working with. And it's Archangel Jules. And Archangel Jules, it says, align with the highest and go with the flow. Now, you are somebody who can go with the flow, except if you're fixated on how something should be done. So I get a sense of you need to really, I'm saying the word compassionate, you need to be more compassionate with yourself. You really want to focus on being comforting. So be more of a comfort to yourself in the way that you talk to yourself. I'm not quite sure if that's what they were getting at. Obviously, because I'm saying that, it feels like there's something else. But, when you're working with others, maybe, no, that's not it either. Comfort. It just feels like the energy of the word when I see it. definitely feels peaceful. It feels expansive. It's about an experience. And versus, and I saw the word anxiety. I don't know why I saw the word Barbie. Um, I mean, I saw the movie, but I don't get that reference. But um, it's yeah, it's, and I just saw the word splash. So I'm getting words that are just kind of catching me off guard. But I don't know if it's like you need to relax or you need to do something that's relaxing for yourself. Um, Maybe you're shifting, like, because that movie Barbie for me was, definitely like, she had this realization, right? That, that she was more than what she was made for, right? And maybe in some way you're having sort of this awakening, where you realize that you're more than what you thought you were made for, or what you thought you had been doing was all that you thought was, possible. Like, meaning you were comfortable, and now you're being you're discovering more things about yourself, and these desires and the direction of these desires is making you uncomfortable, and you need to really trust that. Go with the flow. There's no path that the universe chooses for you that is not for your best and highest good. It's about capacity. And what they're doing right now, certain where we feel confronted by our dreams and our goals, is because they're expanding our capacity to hold more light. And the more light we hold, the higher frequencies of experiences, new bandwidths of lifestyle becomes apparent and more possible to you. And so they're wanting you to open up in terms of expression, of how you express yourself. And that could mean in the roles that you have taken on, that there's more room for you to express. Now, here we have the wheel, which is more, quite often, depending on what the other cards are, um, a sign of a positive change. And it definitely indicates a huge, departure from where you are. It means picking up and moving, getting out there, traveling, getting out in the world. So, are you going to feel afraid? Is your ego going to conjure up all kinds of spooky stuff? Absolutely. But this is a sign that that will is happening without you. And I just reminded earlier, I saw the number 25 before I began. And it says, as you go through major life changes, expect the best and your optimism will be rewarded. So they want you, although it's going to be scary and it's going to seem like you're walking into a haunted house of unknowns, but they really want you to know that it's okay for you to be optimistic. And it will pay off if you are. But there are going to be challenges that are going to make you weak in the knees, okay, around this. So with the Four of Water, I see you sort of, wanting to hold back in a way. Now, this is not typically what this card means, but I feel like you're clinging on to emotional signals. So, like, um, you're going to be trying to read your usual, because this is a number of stability for me, right? So it's like you're going to be looking for those things, those uh, sort of comforting signs, like, oh, it's going to be like this, because when you think of the angelic path or the ascension path, is like, oh, it's going to be, like white, like clouds, like walking on a cloud. And so I'm looking for all these wonderful positive signals. And it's not going to be quite like that, okay? Because you're changing you're changing paradigms. And you don't know how to, you're going to be learning new skills, new modes of operation. Your whole mode of operation has to change in the new paradigm of unconditional love, where this is the foundation of our realities, where the old was the foundation of fear. This is shifting. This is expanding. This is changing the way we thought and felt about everything. And so, yeah, that wheel is spinning and it's presenting all kinds of new circumstances and relationship dynamics, which you're going to have to discover what is appropriate now. But if you just go with the flow, think a little less, and feel like don't spend too much time thinking. Okay? Just receive. The tide behind him, they're coming in. So, and the cup is behind him because you're looking this in one direction, but it's coming in a direction you're not expecting it. It's feeling like it's sneaking up on you. And we don't like to be snuck up on. We like to see in front of us, and we want you out in front and presenting yourself. Don't come up behind me, that kind of thing, right? And as a perfectionist, you hate being caught off guard. And yet, that is the very tool that the universe can use to throw you off so that you don't sabotage yourself. Because when you see it, you plan and you organize and then you dissect it and then you think, okay, I got my plan, and then bam, it's all different. So if they catch you off guard, you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Then you're in the experience, you're caught up in it, and then there's no time really. I mean, you can do what you want, of course. Like, you can just sit down and say, I'm not going anywhere. You do this thing the way I want it to happen. No, you got to go with the flow. All right. So I send you lots of love and angel blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful month of October.